Welcome back to the Multiplex LS7 build. We're going to start the wings, and I couldn't find the balsa in the box to cap the ailerons, so I have a bunch of balsa, so I'm sure I'll be able to sort that out. So we're going to cut the ailerons out and face those, and then we're going to glue the tip blocks here, and we're going to go really crazy because Carlton requested this. We're going to put flaps, so we're going to cut in flaps as well. And we'll have to cut those out and face those, do all that good stuff. Yeah, I know that's probably not scale, but this isn't really a super scale model anyway. And still thinking about the spoilers. I'm going to leave those to last. I don't know if I'm going to install them or not. I want to, but I haven't been able to find something to put in there for spoilers. But anyway, let's get started on this guy, and we'll start with marking where we're going to cut the flap and cut that out in the ailerons. So I marked out where I want to make my cuts for the flap here. Basically, I measured the same distance from the trailing edge to the back of the aileron cutout. That's 39 millimeters, and carried that down the entire length of the wing, and it stops 60 millimeters short of the root here. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to cut that channel out. I don't really have a router or anything to use, so we'll probably use the Dremel and just go very slowly, maybe a cutoff wheel or something like that. And I'm also gonna cut the aileron out using the cutoff wheel. Making good progress here on the flap, just slow and steady. It kind of takes a while, but it's not difficult. So I've cut to that edge, and then I'm going to go back and cut to this edge, and then flip it over and do the bottom. And I've already cut this flap loose here. Okay, I got the ailerons and flaps separated on the right wing and sanded. It's all looking good. So I found some, I think this is, I don't know, maybe 16th inch balsa, and I'm going to use this to face the surfaces because whatever wood was supposed to be in the kit for that is not there, so we'll have to improvise. So I'm going to have to cut this down. I'll need basically 4 strips, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll glue it up to the wing and to the ailerons and flaps. So all these cap strips are in place and taped, so we'll wait for those to dry before we can do some sanding. And I'm thinking I'm going to have a look at gluing on the tip blocks. So here is this big one right there. A smaller block that goes in here, but I'll have to cut that one down if I want to put them on at the same time. So we can go ahead and pull the tape off of the wing here because the wood glue is cured, and we'll sand the balsa cap strips. I've already done the aileron and flap, and I've also glued on the tip blocks. This one was short, so I had to put a little filler piece in there. Well, we got a lot of the sanding done. I've got the tip blocks on there and sanded, looking pretty good. hardwood. All the balsa caps are on the trailing edges. And we got the flaps cut out, so that's looking great. And now I got to do something here. I really want to put spoilers in this. I mean, why not? But I don't have the right ones. I have a couple sets. I have a set of Multiplex that are way too big, and a set of, I think, Cavan that are also too big. Those are kind of vintage parts, and I don't want to chop them up, so I might make something here. Maybe 3D print some kind of spoiler setup. We'll see what happens. So one small step I have to do is put put some wood end caps on all these surfaces and the wings. So I'm gonna have to cut some material away to give myself clearance for the end caps. And then really got to think about hinging. I'm not sure I want to go with what the manual says, so I'm just going to think on that for a little bit. So yeah, I got to do these end caps, think about the hinges, and think about what we want to do for spoilers. And I think those three things really represent the majority of the work that's left, but those are three big ones, so it might take a while. Alright, just to summarize kind of what I've done so far on the wings and wrap up this video, tips are all on caps, balsa caps on the surfaces, and I did manage to get caps here and on the ends of the control surfaces that we cut off. And if we flip this over, I've been messing around with these Multiplex servo mounts that Carlton gave me. They fit really well in the wing here, but the servos he provided, high-tech servos, don't fit those perfectly, so you might be able to modify them to get them to work. And there's one here for the spoiler servo, and it's got the top on there already. Yeah, and I put some wiring in, so we have wiring going through. And right here, you might notice this. This is where I totally messed up. I cut out this bay for flap servos. I made this myself, but initially I cut it out here, and I don't know what I was thinking, because as soon as I cut it out I realized that it basically poked through the spoiler bay. And I do want to try to get spoilers in this, so that wasn't going to work. So luckily I had these pieces and all the chunks of foam, and I just stuck them back in and sanded it perfectly smooth so you can't tell. You know, shit happens, stuff happens, so whatever. The bottom of the wing is going to be covered anyway, so you won't be able to tell anything ever went wrong. And we have a wire coming out there for the flap servo. So yeah, that wraps it up. It's been a long time since I've actually worked on this LS7, but I'm hoping to make some more progress really soon. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.